Hey everyone, Cherie here. Today I'm going to be putting together a Halloween themed traveller's notebook spread featuring these really fun stamps from Kerri Bradford Studio. This is called Trick or Treat and I'm using the digital version of this stamp set today. So I've printed out the whole stamp set right here. So you can see there's lots of fun stamps included in this set. What I've done is used Photoshop and I've resized some of the stamps to use on my project today. So you can see that Boo stamp, I've enlarged that a bit and I've changed the color of the text underneath it. The Scary Good one I've just made a little bit smaller. I've also used the pumpkin here and I've enlarged it, colored it and added the face on top. And I've also done a couple of different sizes in that as well. I've got 3 different sizes of the raven there too. And I do have this little phrase here. This is from a different digital stamp set that's called Around the Block. So that phrase says, let's do more of this. I've also printed out my journaling on another page which is set to Traveller's Notebook size. So that's ready to go too. So I've got everything on the one page printed out, ready to use. All I need to do is cut everything out. So I've got a couple of papers here from Crate Paper to use on one of my pages as well. I do also have this Today stamp set. This is also Kerri Bradford Studio that I'll be using for my date today. So I think I'm ready to get started. I'll pop you on fast forward and show you how I'm going to put this one together. Okay, so I'm going to start work on the journaling page first. So I've got this piece here that says the magic is on. I just printed that one out after I filmed my intro, and that phrase is also from the Trick or Treat stamp set. So the Boo piece is going at the top there. I also printed out this Bewitched piece from the Trick or Treat stamp set, just underneath the journaling there. And now I've got my little pumpkins that I'm going to arrange at the bottom of the page here. I do have some foam dots behind the smaller pumpkins just to raise them up off the page a little bit, just adding a little bit of dimension there. So this one's just going on to the other side there. And then I've got the smaller raven that I'm going to have standing on top of that smallest pumpkin. I think that's really cute. Alright, so that's going on there. Just a couple of little adjustments. Okay, just rubbing something off my desk there. I think I got a bit of ink on there earlier. Alright, so next up I'm going to stamp one of these date pieces from the Today stamp set. I'm just going to stamp it onto some scrap cardstock there. Just making sure I get lots of ink. I will stamp this one up a couple of times and then I will use the best one. Alright, so I was going to go directly onto the page, but now that I've stuck those pumpkins on with foam dots, I decided just to do a second one on the plain white cardstock. I've just cut one of those out. I'm adding the date with a roller date stamp, and now that one is going to go right at the bottom of the page. Now I will be adding stitching to this page very shortly, but first I'm going to work on the photo page. So I've got that orange background. I'm going to add my photo to that black background, so that's matching my photo. That can now go roughly onto the center of the page there, but I do have that Scary Good piece I'm going to just tuck underneath the bottom edge of that photo. And I will be adding some stitching to this as well very shortly. I've got another one of those ravens. I sized this one slightly bigger than the other one. That's what I love about using digital stamps, is that you can change the size of things to suit your project. So now I'm going to use my sewing machine and add black stitching onto both of those pages. So here you go, there's a closer look. I've stitched across that Scary Good piece and the bottom of that is sort of curled up. I've got stitching across each of those stamped pieces as well. And now, instead of putting this one into a traveller's notebook, I've decided to add this one into my album. So I'm really happy to get this Halloween spread done using the Trick or Treat digital stamps from Kerri Bradford Studio. Let me know if you've got any questions about this one. I'll pop a link to Kerri Bradford Studio down below for you, and I'll leave you with these close-up photos. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.